pickled juice.
Some pickling I see going on in this establishment is downright reckless. I saw pine cone somewhere. You can't pickle a pine cone. You can't even eat a pine cone, can you? I want to try this first. This is an unripe plum. That's interesting because it tastes like a little sour apple. This is a pickled unripe melon. They begged me to slice it and I said no. So let's see how much I regret that. Probably slicing it would be a good idea. Very intense, different from a cucumber type pickle. I like it. I give this one a passing grade. Of course, if the pickles get to be too much, you can cleanse your palate with pickle juice. And I believe they've garnished it with a pickle. I heard they have a giant bottle in the back with a pickled body. Oh, that's not bad. The weirdest among us have finished all their pickles and thought, I'll drink some pickle juice, right? Here they have a cabbage bundle. It's like a pickled vegetable roll. Ugh. Wow, this would be so good if you sliced it up a little bit. They have really finely minced cabbage and carrots and stuff in there. It tastes quite good. Here, finally, they pickled an entire eggplant. That's the weirdest one so far. Overall, I love the way they prepare it. I think the move here would be cut everything small, have it with something else, have it with beer or wine or your meal, in between other heavy bites, in between heavy meat or cheese, and it sounds pretty good. I don't think anyone's meant to just eat it this way, unless you're just a complete animal.
Our final location is cooking up kebabs on a massive scale. You may be familiar with the famous glittering Turkish doner kebabs, but this is also a kebab, and this is a kebab too, Firin Kebab.
Welcome to Kuvence Göndela. This is a restaurant specializing in all things lamb meat. I've got the meat man right next to me right here. We're gonna do a quick meat tour.
Firin Kebab is made from giant chunks of lamb meat, slow cooked in their own animal oils for hours.
Right there, we have a lamb shank. With one flick of the spoon, the meat just comes right off. So you can see how extremely soft and tender that meat is. Do you want to try some too? Oh, just me? All right. Oh my God, it's so oily, so rich, juicy, and decadent, incredibly soft, gentle lamb flavor. We are gonna order this, but we're gonna order a few different meat selections and then see how they prepare it. This looks like a lamb neck right here. We've got the shoulder. Oh, he has to stop after this. I could not possibly eat this in a week. This is so much meat. He just gives a thumbs up. He's like, yeah, take it. You came to the wrong place if you're not hungry.
Next, the plate is covered with a thin layer of dough before heading straight to the oven.
Time has passed, and this is complete. Next, this is what I call a long Turkish pizza. It takes a lot of skill to not tear this, to not put a hole into the dough itself. Next comes a big heaping mound of chopped lamb, tomato, green pepper, parsley, just a plethora of ingredients inside. He says to the baker, good luck. So he puts it to the very tippy tip of this giant wooden oar. This could be used to propel a ship. Right now, it's being used to cook pizza. Traditionally, it's just gonna be made with meat, but here you can see one that's just been made with delicious, gooey, bubbling cheese. All right, ours is about to come out in one moment. Boom, look at that thing. That is massive. Chef, thank you, amazing. So we've just received our first course right here, about 3 feet of food. I like to measure my food in feet. It looks like we have some fried chilies, some lemon, that meat sauce on top, and then some cilantro too, I believe. They have chopped it up to make it much easier to eat. I should have kept it in one piece, but I forgot to let them know. It is super thin, and that meat has really just kind of been embedded into the dough. It's surprisingly soft in the middle and kind of crunchy on the edges. You can see how it's cooked underneath. Edges are a little bit more brown. They said you can do cheese or meat, but not both. I mean, they would do both for me, but traditionally people would have one or the other. Let's go for it. Half doughy, half crackery, a hint of lamb flavor, tons of spices. I love how juicy it is. That's our warm-up, that's our appetizer. I'm ready for that main course. Let's bring it down. The main course is here. My man Hussein, the owner of this whole operation, if you couldn't tell from all the pictures, caricatures of him around the restaurant, this is not complete because he has a giant knife and I don't think he's mad at me. So I think he's gonna stab this. All right, epic reveal. He is cutting away the bread. Now, normally, the guests would not have seen anything at this point. So this would be a complete surprise as to what's inside. For me, it's a second surprise. Oh, yes. I have a feeling he's gonna feed me. We've got some bread. He can put some meat in there. Oh my God. It's succulent and soft. It's so delicious. Like the oil is caking my lips right now. This is rib meat.
Yes, kaburga.
Oh my God. It's like barbacoa. Are there spices on here?
No spices.
No spices.
Salt ve kuyruk yağı.
They put some of the tail fat in there to help give it flavor, but really the meat has so much flavor already. It doesn't really need any help. It's just like barbacoa that I had in Mexico, and it is outstanding. He's making airplane sounds. This is like a meat masterpiece. One of the best lambs I've ever had in my life. I think I can feed myself from here on out if you'll allow me to. I've got some gloves right here of my own. You don't have to have gloves, but I also don't want my hands to smell like lamb because then I'm gonna have stray dogs following me. The dogs here are huge and it's because they eat tourists. The neck is really one of my favorite parts. I just want to eat it as it is, like this. Incredibly soft. You can see here, it's just so full of musculature and meat. It's been sitting here for a long time and it is still insanely hot. Put some neck meat on the cracker. It's stupid good. It is incredibly rich, as you can imagine. I'm super impressed. This is one of the most interesting places I've ever been to, especially to eat lamb. Nobody does it like this place. Delicious lamb flavor, a little bit of salt, and a lot of care, love, and time given to each body part as they cook it. 10 out of 10, highly recommend.
When it comes to meat in Istanbul, we're just getting warmed up. Soon I'll reveal record-breaking meat masterpieces. I'm talking kebabs over 5 feet long.
The fact that this is hanging on to this metal rod is like a miracle of physics. It's taller than a dwarf.
And a meat tower that weighs over 300 pounds.
That is the biggest piece of meat I've ever seen. It could be a meatball for King Kong.
But every tower, even a meat tower, must begin with a strong foundation.
The kebab man himself right now, he's building a big, beautiful tower. Now, I used to think it was called the doner kebab because the lamb or the chicken or the cow donated their body to the meat tower. Turns out, no, that's completely incorrect and stupid.
The doner in doner kebab means to rotate. So doner kebab literally means rotating roasted meat. It can be served straight up on a plate, on bread, or in a wrap.
Here, he's making one with about 80% beef, 20% lamb. It takes about 2.5 hours to get this stacked all the way up to here. The way this thing is built, it's kind of layered. Right here we have beef, right here we have fat from the lamb, and so he's doing a huge fat layer right here, and then he's gonna pile on even more beef. So this has been marinating. The white stuff is yogurt, and then there's a bunch of their own seasonings inside as well. Talk about meat curtains. All this meat together, it's about 200 kilograms, which is 440 pounds of meat. That's 2 of meat, tightly condensed, stacked on here. So he's stacked up about half the meat at this point, and I was wondering what was gonna happen if they were gonna cook off all these loose ends, but no, he carves it off. My guess is that he's gonna recycle it and kind of put it up top and still keep it within the giant meat log. Let's see if I'm correct. Yes, it still gets used. It's gonna become the core of this giant doner kebab. And when he chips away at the edges, you can really start to see the stratification of protein and fat here. Beef, lamb, beef, lamb. That looks awesome. After this is all piled up, they start to roast it. Obviously, the heat source will come from here, but you still can't start eating it immediately. They still have to roast the whole outside layer, which takes another 30 to 45 minutes. So all in all, it's about 3.5 hours from the beginning to the point you actually get to eat something from here. It's a lot of work.